So now we've kind of come to the conclusion of what we've covered. Let's talk about where you can go next. Well, next steps are really practice, practice, practice. Getting your hands dirty, actually working directly with things is really, to my mind, the very best way of learning this material. It's working along with both these videos and extending what we've talked about here in different ways that make sense to you, that you may want to go in specific directions that have some interest for you. I would strongly recommend getting some tools that you can practice on, getting a copy of WebGoat, for example, or DVWA so you can practice web applications. There are certainly plenty of old operating systems that you can acquire and install, run them inside of virtual machines. Those are great practice locations for doing this type of pen testing or ethical hacking, where you can interact directly with the different services that are installed and see whether there are vulnerabilities there. And certainly there are plenty of vulnerabilities in these old operating systems because there are a lot of old versions of code that haven't been patched. There are known vulnerabilities, and who knows, there may be plenty of unknown vulnerabilities still left in some of these old operating system versions. You can certainly look at new operating systems as well, but you'll find more success with old operating systems using some of these techniques because, as I said, there's certainly plenty of known vulnerabilities, so you've got some starting points. You can look up the known vulnerabilities. You can use those in order to get some practice and some experience. I would also recommend getting a copy of Backtrack. There are some tools on there and typically some exercises that you may be able to perform that will help you further your skills in these areas. Would also recommend getting copies of tools. Now, tools really aren't all there is to doing ethical hacking. Tools are really just a starting point. So Metasploit is a great tool, but it's also a great starting point for writing your own tests and fuzzers and exploits and all of the different things that Metasploit covers. It's really an open framework. You can write your own tools against it. Nessus is a good vulnerability scanner. You can get a home edition so you can play on your own home network for free. Nexpose has a community edition, same thing there. I would recommend getting some scripting tools, so learning different languages like Ruby and Python, even just at a minimal level, so you can extend the different tools that are available. Definitely having some scripting knowledge and experience will help you. Programming in general will help you do a lot of this because you can understand better what's going on when you do run across a vulnerability and you're looking to do some exploits. You really do need to understand how the programming aspect of it works and how programs run and are actually executed in memory, so that you can understand what the vulnerabilities are actually doing. So getting some scripting knowledge, some programming knowledge, definitely good directions to head in.